And we live. Hey, welcome to another episode of Easy Sports. And today I'm joined by Shavar, Shanga
James,
Mike, Nine, and Cheese. What's happening, gents?
How's it, gents? How's it, gents?
Wait, the
Easy.
funny thing
You
is, I
see,
don't think the three of us, none of us are really happy with our clubs at the moment. So,
ah, I'm happy with my club. Shit, man.
No, no,
And you know,
we all know X is happy. Yeah, we all know X is
bro,
happy.
this man is. Hey, man. Can I start off with mine? Because my club, because there's not much to say about my club. We'll just start
Bro,
off with.
I mean, the title of the show starts with United, bro. So
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You are right. It does. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, the last two fixtures against Leeds were very intense. I won't say we were comfortable in any of the two. It's just in the first one, we may have missed big chances that were meant to bury that could have potentially gotten us the W. But credit to the gents for fighting back. Fergie time shit. That for me, I took a lot from that, you know. But then, of course, the game that took place yesterday, majority of it, man, I wasn't comfortable. I
I,
was not
I,
comfortable.
I'm actually think it was a game of two different goalkeeping performances. I think in the first
Yeah.
game, De
Oh yeah.
Gea, De Gea. I mean, in this game, De Gea was a difference.
Yep.
Some of us had quite a few chances. I mean, Leeds had a lot of chances on
Yeah.
target, which De Gea stopped. In the first
Yeah.
game, he didn't save as many. Well, credit to Leeds as well. But I think for me, it was a difference in goalkeeping performances for you guys because they had chances in both games. They had enough chances.
Yeah.
And in the first, I think
Yeah.
they buried them. Yeah,
Yeah, and as well, CK, and yeah, you are right. It's that save he made from the corner in the first game. De Gea. I was like, that's
mm,
2-0, but by the
yeah,
grace of God, I don't know what happened there. The ball went out, But it just shows you guys how important having a number six that is disciplined
Mm.
in staying and sitting, and as well one that's also got defensive awareness because like we were easily broken apart. Like one ball, boom,
mm.
Somerville is
Yeah.
doing his thing. I don't know where is he from anyway, Somerville.
He's in
That
Crescencio.
the
which country is is he from? Do you perhaps know, guys?
Um, Let me see.
US.
Crescencio, some of them.
Yeah,
Let's check.
yes. That guy,
So,
Yeah,
man,
he's Dutch.
the book that sunk
he's
us.
He's
Dutch.
Dutch. Yeah,
Is it that?
yeah.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah, he's
next.
from Feyenoord. He came from Feyenoord.
Okay, yeah. So far, and man, in those two games, yeah, man, it was yeah, it was insane seeing how Leeds performed as a unit. Maybe I'm not sure if this is a new manager bounce or they're gonna ensure that they stay up instead of getting relegated. But man, they really put up the fight, man. It's just in the second game, our quality did show. Marcus Rashford, Benny McCarthy's young protege, did his
Mm.
thing again. He keeps saving us, that man. Like, I'm if you're playing fantasy, I hope you have Rashford. Like, I
Yeah,
hope
I
you
mean, everyone,
yeah,
he's in everyone's team pretty much now.
yeah.
So
So
he's
like
not
you
really
like
much
you
of a
finally believe in the
differential.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mike.
You finally believe in the guy.
I'm still indifferent, man.
Nah,
yeah,
please.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
not the
Look,
only one,
look,
right?
look,
Still
look.
on the fence.
The game against Leeds, the first game against Leeds. He was greedy. And he
Yeah,
was just shooting Jay just for the sake of it. I'm in a purple patch, and if I shoot, it'll go in. And the balls were going to the corner flags in the first game.
yeah,
And he was part of the problem in as well. In you guys costing the first game. So
yeah.
I think I agree. Having a good defensive midfielder is
Yo,
important.
especially,
Who
especially
Fred
yeah.
and yeah. Yeah, Fred struggled a bit in that position with the new guy.
Oh, Sabet.
They're still trying to find their feet with Marcel. So
Yeah,
it's gonna take some time, but it's better when thing is in there when Casemiro's in there.
way better, bro. Like the improvement, like it's insane, man. Yeah. Did you want us to add to it, Shavakos?
So
Look like they're
I watched this Leeds game back home. Was watching it
Yeah.
with my brother, who's a United fan.
Shout outs to
And I
your
must say that
brother.
the meltdown, it was spectacular. Just sitting there watching him have his meltdown when you guys conceded. Because before the game, he's talking about title race and all of that. And then like
Yeah.
10 minutes into the game, he's talking about, Aish, I don't know if we're going to finish fourth. And I'm like, guy,
Yeah.
come on. But every time Rashford got the ball, he's always like, no, this is why I don't like Rashford. He always does this. He needs to pick his head up. And then
Yeah.
I think you guys subbed off Sabitzer early or like before the goal. And then there's another meltdown. Like, why is he taking him off? How could you bring someone in and then take him off? And it was absolutely hilarious. And then Rashford did score, and then suddenly you guys are back in the title race again. Just according,
Ah.
according to this guy.
Is he one of those? Is he
So
the-
I'm
is
like,
he one of those?
you know, when you speak to him like half an hour after the game, then it actually makes sense what he's saying. But during the game, I don't know. I think it's just emotions. It ruins you as trying to be analytic about the game. So that was the influence I was under. So I was also like, United were trash, and then United suddenly were not trash because one ball went into the back of the net. But what I do like is Rashford now. I've always told you about this. There were players in your team that just would never put their hands up. Bruno Fernandes was the only one. He always put his hand up and he tried, right? But now I think Rashford is doing that as well. He's saying, I will take the responsibility of taking the shot. Regardless of whether you guys are going to think I'm greedy or whatever the case is, I'm the man in form. It's my job to score. I'm going to take the responsibility. And that's why some strikers get called greedy. But I don't think he's being greedy. I just think he's trying to be the responsible guy. Did we lose?
Yeah, I mean, but Shivai also, I mean, if you have the pass, man, late. You don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's always easier
Of
opportunity.
course. But like,
We're not saying. You see, for me, Rashford is now. I'm in this purple patch. Let's see if I can try to catch Haaland, and in that you miss quite a few opportunities where you can help the team more. And I think in that first game against Leeds,
right? Like, personally, I would rather Salah taking a shot than squaring it for Nunes. Right?
Yeah, that's Nunes.
But right now it's the same thing. Shiva, what's the difference between Salah and Nunes?
Fine, but you get the point I'm trying to make, right? Okay,
but if he's in a better position, pass him.
I'd rather Haaland taking a shot than squaring it for Foden, who like fell off a cliff after the World Cup, just because he's the guy that needs to score, and he's the guy that wants to take the responsibility to score.
The team needs to score. I think we need to move away from that. I think the team scores. We have more goals in the team, right? Right now we have Haaland, so everyone's looking for Haaland to take the chance and to score, right? And it should be the responsibility of the team to score goals. Haaland is De Bruyne is scoring less. Bernardo is contributing less because we're trying to find that focal point in the team, and that's why I just wanted to use City because you used it last. But in the sense of Liverpool, Shiva, if Salah is in a better position, Nunes should pass him. Pass him the ball. He's in a better position, and how we build as a team is how we share that confidence, right? And the more guys who have Rashford's confidence in United, and the more guys who have, for example, Haaland's confidence at City, and so forth, the better the team plays. That's my.
But the truth is, not everybody has that confidence. So I would rather guys with the confidence taking the shot.
Yeah, if it's a penalty or if it's a penalty, I understand what you mean. But if you're in a better position, Shiva, right now, Shiva, if you're in better form than me, and
I'm talking about when you receive the ball, right? Would you rather Haaland receiving the ball in a position to shoot, or Bernardo Silva receiving the ball in a position to shoot?
Yeah, definitely Haaland, right? But that's a different situation because we're giving it to Haaland because he's in a better position.
It doesn't matter better position objectively, right? If Haaland feels like he can score, he should shoot.
I agree. I agree. Yeah. Unless there's someone in a better position.
But now remember, as a striker, you're not looking at who's in a better position. You're looking at
I
can
should. No.
Then you're like Messi and Ronaldo level. If you can do both in that split second.
You know how many goals Messi scores because he sees someone in a better position and he passes him. And that guy lays it back to Messi because someone went to go press it. And Messi passes into the box or into the small corner of the pitch. Because
now you're talking.
He's not. You see, Messi's not. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, like if Haaland's in the, I'd prefer like if Haaland's in a better shooting position, Haaland must take the shot, right? But all I'm saying is if he can make a pass to someone in a better position, I'd prefer he passes the ball to him, right? That's all I'm saying. Rashford needs to do. Rashford needs to rub off that confidence to all his other teammates. The fact that you can see a top corner, Shiva, in between 5 defenders, you should be able to see a pass. You should be able to see a pass.
Jeez,
should be able to see a pass to
I'm not saying go for top wins if there's 5 outstanding in front of you.
But is that not
Hi, Mulisa. Hi, Mulisa. Hi, Mulisa.
Hi, Mulisa. Hi.
No, man, you making my blood run because is that not the issue we have with our South African football, where they're not shooting enough? And if you're not shooting, you'll never hit the net. So I hear what you're saying from a positioning perspective. But at the end of the day, if you see, you've got to gain your confidence first before you pass it on. And yes, Rashford maybe now is in a position with high confidence, right? But as things stand, he's the one that's at a high that will get us goals, that is putting us between second and third position on the log at the moment. So for me, Marasha Inetka. End of story.
I disagree, dude. It'll cost you in big games.
Yeah.
Which big game?
No, but see, I think
cost
because now you lay it off to someone who doesn't have the confidence to shoot. They take an extra touch and the chance is gone.
Imagine giving it to Elanga.
He's in a better position.
Yeah, if Ilanga is just looking at the net and
it's squared.
He's capable of
if he has work to do, then
you don't give your teammates confidence by saying things like that. With Ilanga, it's 2 years. Let's see him miss it. Then next time you guys can shout at me for passing him.
Then we're gonna say,
if I miss Mudisi and Ilanga standing in a tap-in in a 2-year from the goal line, no man. I'm the one who's going to be the problem.
It's a different conversation. Right? I don't think in the Leeds game Rashford had an opportunity to play someone in who had a tap-in. I think there was just maybe a better pass, but I can see why he shot. That's what I'm saying. Obviously, in a tap-in, just square it. Like there, put your ego aside and square to the guy who's going to score. But if it's not a tap-in, if the guy still has work to do, I'd rather the striker take the shot, especially if it's in a purple patch.
And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not right, Moody's. I'm saying if you can see, like if you can see the ball as big as a soccer ball, hit that thing for 6. But if you're still trying to get yourself into the right positions, your teammate may not pass it so you can score. But yeah, Rashford's in great form. Take nothing away from him. I think we just need to make sure that you understand. We're not saying we're taking anything away from him. He's in incredible form. But I think he can improve in those aspects.
But I'm surprised, and I think we touched on this. You didn't rate Rashford at all. I'm backing this guy quite a lot.
Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, Shiva even knows. Those guys, man, they're my ops. For me, I don't want to get carried away with Rashford, and say, he's there. I just want to see other things like Cheese has mentioned, from him looking up, because at times I feel like he looks down way too much, and him not looking up, you may find someone in a better position, or you could be 2 steps ahead of the defender just because you are aware, like how Modric does this thing.
Yeah.
He looks around the ball.
I hear you. And I think with Rashford, we've just got to take it one step at a time. If you recall when we discussed him, the issue we had was confidence. And now he's got it, right? Remember, once Rashford's confidence drops a little bit, the season's over for Rashford. Now his confidence is on a high. We build on that. That is it.
Yeah.
That's all we need right now to secure our position on the log, to potentially keep pushing Arsenal until the end, right?
Yeah.
From there, then we start coaching him on the nitty gritties. And you can see he's got good coaching now. He's getting the right level of coaching, the right level of dedication, and the right push from the team as well. So I'm happy with his progress. And like every other player, man, he's just always going to improve and get better. We just need to keep that confidence going.
100%, Modisa. Because at the end of the day, as much as I'm not a fan, he is helping my team. He is helping my fantasy team as well. So, man, thank you.
So, unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion here. Rashford is a form player. So Rashford, this is the best Rashford you're gonna get. You won't get anything better than this because he plays well when he's on form.
I don't think that's an unpopular opinion. I think everyone will agree with that.
Yeah. Like I said, Cheese, if anything happens to his confidence, the smallest thing, if somebody says Rashford, you're ugly, Chief.
You know what's happened, guys, with Rashford? I think it's because he stopped being online. He was on that, like how
the charity
save the world,
Chief,
type of vibe.
save the club, man.
Exactly, and he forgot. See him speaking to Obama, then he's on LeBron James' show. Like, I was like, bro, you're not doing well on the field,
Yeah,
you can do well on the field, then you can do these other things.
Bro,
you retire.
The man wants to get knighted, bro. The man wanted to be Sir Marcus Rashford.
Yeah, that's good.
He's young for that, man.
No, my thing is, Modisa, it's good to have those things. You have your off the field goals, but ensure that you're good at football. Ensure that you're scoring. You see, right now, if you'd go back on social media and do his shandies, we won't have an issue that much.
Yeah,
because
but also football will get him knighted. Nothing else. His performance on the pitch.
Yeah, that's what
recognize and grow his status. So,
hey, but Polani, you do not find the greatest players in the world trying to be Mother Teresa and whatever because they're focusing on football.
Yeah.
Hey, you won't find. You see when Neymar started doing that modeling thing for underwear, we stopped seeing the real Neymar. So most of the time, once you start focusing on things that are not related to football, trust me. Ask Pellerin. Ask Pellerin as well. Hector Pellerin, once he also started to be a model, same thing.
David Beckham would also say the same.
Yeah. Your football plummets if you start multitasking.
But Ronaldo did it all. Just saying.
Yeah.
You're still on
but definitely CR is a pinnacle, is a role model for most people, bro.
Yeah, and you can't take that away from
Not everyone can do that.
Yeah, superstar, GOAT.
You see, he scored 4 goals. Did you see your boy scored 4 goals, bro?
In the best league.
Apparently, there were 4 penalties, bro.
No, man, 1 penalty.
But did you see that keeper? That keeper, I never. If you gave Shiva Afro, he's definitely that keeper.
For 200 million pounds, it's okay.
That keeper, Shiva, no way. Did you see him, bro? That keeper. I mean, Ronaldo didn't have to do much, literally, bro. I think he passed the ball literally into the net with his left and right foot for the first and third goal. But jeez.
Yeah. But anyway, man, I think we've had, we've shared our views on Man United. Man United are looking great. I wanted us to move on to should we move on to let's move on to Chelsea because
let's discuss
what?
The schedule, Joe. It's Spurs, man.
Oh, it's Spurs next. Okay, fine. Spurs, Tottenham Hotspur. 1 week they beating your team, Cheese. Harry Kane.
No, we never win there. You know, I
Yeah.
will tell you, we never win there. We never win away at Spurs. It's a thing for me. But I think more actually what we should speak about actually is Leicester because somehow when Madison is back, they just have this revival and everyone just starts playing well. He has a very good effect on his teammates, and you could see in the past few games as well, including the game against Tottenham. He was really good, really silky, getting the ball, receiving it, scored a goal as well. So yeah.
And also Nacho, man. He lost, I think it's 2-3 games that I've watched him of late, man. He's on another level. And now that kid, I saw him break through during, was it the Under-19 World Cup for Nigeria before City signed him to their academy. And now I think he's almost at the peak that we anticipated. So, yeah, man, I think Leicester's doing much better than how they started the season. So it's pretty impressive. And, they're not an easy team. So, and they've got a good coaching unit, manager with a good reputation. So, I mean, I'm not surprised that they put 4 past Spurs, in all honesty.
Yes. And yeah, man, you, Mike, your take on
Sorry for your Betway tickets.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, like did you see such a performance from Leicester? Because of late, these last 2 games, they've been killing it. And Moody said that's our next fixture, by the way. Next week Sunday. So
no, look, I mean, we've got Sir Marcus.
Nah, hey, Chief. For me, I'm still with this team, bro. Of course, Ten Hag doesn't have his own team. I'm still a bit skeptical with him. I'm not gonna get carried away, But yeah, guys, do you guys think Conte is his time is gonna be up before the end of the season? I'll start with you, Shava.
So I haven't really been following Spurs that much, but
Yeah.
beating City and then conceding 4 to Leicester is just about the most Tottenham thing that I could imagine. So it seems powerful, of course. Look, I did kind of look at Spurs when I thought we could still finish 4th, but I think that's now just a pipe dream. I think the current top 4 will finish in the top 4. So maybe Spurs won't, and that could mean that Conte goes. But then we have to ask ourselves the question: what does Levy want?
Yeah.
Because he brought in a manager who he knows, and everybody knows this guy. You have to back him. You back him, he does well, and then he didn't back him. So, like, what's Levy's play here? Is he still just pretending to be a big club? Running on that Champions League final from a few years ago, running on that time they finished 3rd in a 2-horse race. What's he trying to accomplish here?
Yeah, what's next?
Yeah,
what's
true.
next?
Yeah, because true, like we all know that I don't think they're gonna make top 4 personally. And as well, Harry Kane, him also potentially leaving to join Maurice's team.
It's too late now.
Sorry,
It's too late now.
For Kane.
Yeah,
you wouldn't sign Kane at Chelsea. You wouldn't want Bowley to.
Nah.
Come on,
you guys don't even have a striker, Mos. You have like 15 midfielders.
Yeah. Nah, my team is okay. It's just the manager.
No, but Dog Mike, you guys need like Kane. For me, I still think Kane has like a good 6 years left.
Nah, dude, I'm
tired. That's a bit much.
He's signing off.
Guys, at the top, it's because of how he plays, Shiva. This guy's not reliant on his pace. He plays similar to what
he does a lot of running though.
But not at pace though. He's not out here pulling a Rashford. He's out here taking it easy. He jogs up and down.
Yeah, I like the point of Kane's very technical. Kane's very technical.
Yeah.
He uses his speed and strength in the box. Very well, and he's very good at link-up play. Reminds me a lot as well. It might be debatable, but how Rooney used to play, because he eventually modeled himself into a 6, because of how he could play the ball. So
Kane just has football brains, man. In my opinion, he's very smart, and I just think for me, if I were to take a different direction, Kane's time at Spurs is over, man. If he wants to be remembered as a legend in the game of football, he needs to leave Spurs. Nobody's going to remember the most goals scored by a Tottenham players except the Spurs fans. No one.
Yeah.
So he's got to go win trophies and make a mark regularly in the Champions League. And, you know, that City move fell through, yes. And if it happened, Haaland most likely also wouldn't be at Chelsea, right? Because you'd have a top number 9, right?
Yeah.
But you know, if he wants to be remembered as a legend of the Premier League and make rounds in world football, like she said, like Rooney, he has to leave Spurs.
Yeah, no, indeed. And then Shavar, would you take Kane at your club?
Man, nah, I wouldn't.
Play the Firmino role.
I wouldn't, because we have so many problems. I don't think Harry Kane's gonna fix any of them.
You guys would even take that chief striker, Bilemeniana. You guys would take anything.
Not the striker. Maybe the midfielder will take, but not the striker. Not the striker.
Yeah.
Who has problems? Are you Chelsea, Shiva, also?
What's that?
Shiva's
No.
Chelsea.
No, he's
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Don't ever insult me like that.
Oh,
Chelsea.
You're Liverpool.
I've been watching soccer since before 2004, so no, not Chelsea.
Hey, yeah, Mike. When did you start watching, Mike?
Probably 2003.
Oh, and then who was your favorite player in 2003?
About Gianfranco Zola, John. But he would have been 2003. But I think the reason why I started like supporting Chelsea, it had the most African players.
Oh, at the time,
So it's either it was gonna be that or Arsenal.
Oh,
I remember Shiva. DSTV was like iPhone back then. We all didn't have it. It took a while for us to get it. So life didn't start at the same time. You see. So yeah, it's always important to consider that.
Yeah, that's so true. Jesus, bro. There you go.
I don't have DSTV in 2004. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember. I remember watching Michael Owen in the '98 World Cup at like a family's place, at my cousin's place, and that's when I.
Actually, we were lucky if it was featured in Daily Sun on the back page. You're lucky. If you're lucky, there was a feature there for Man United. Otherwise,
yeah. Oh, remember MTN Soccer Zone, dog?
Yeah.
If there was not enough football during the week, no, but it was only if there was not enough local football during the week, then they would show something Premier League related. It was few and far between, because they didn't even show you First Division. They showed you Dynamos before they showed you Liverpool.
Hey, yeah, no. Thank God for the introduction of Compact when it came in. Then
I know Compact
started improving.
I know
We started seeing what's happening. We could watch every second game. You know,
And you know,
life
games,
became
even
easier.
Champions League games. Remember when ETV started losing the games? Hey, man, it's now you can get your team there, man. I Compact
But Mike, before we run away, you can see now the next topic, Mas.
Yeah.
I know we can continue to Arsenal, eh?
No,
no,
we must speak about Chelsea, because I said and I'll say it again.
Yeah.
Chelsea's too big for Graham Potter. You can buy him Messi, Mbappe, Neymar. Guys, the expectations for the Chelsea fans are beyond Graham Potter's ability. Graham Potter was at Brighton. If he finished 4th, phenomenal. If he finished 8th, phenomenal. If he finished in the bottom 3, then they would sack him. Now the expectation is minimum Champions League. Number 2, win the Premier League. And Potter does not have the technical mindset and ability to do that, to play games as regularly as Chelsea is expected to play at the highest level. At Brighton, if he lost 4-0 this week and won 1-0 next week, it was okay. At Chelsea, it's not okay. You can buy him whatever you want, Chief. They want to now go out for Jude. I don't even understand the strategy anymore. They just buying and buy. Even me, they can buy me and just.
Hey,
It's
man.
like that.
My brother, these big English teams are too big for these English coaches, man.
Yeah,
Too big.
it's
I mean,
not
this is the same
learning
thing as
now.
Lampard. There's no difference between this and Lampard.
Yes.
You guys have just regressed.
No, at Lampard, at least we're at least we're in top 4, Joe. Right now, we in mid-table. Like the
Yeah,
squad is
but
saying, like,
we
like the signings that we made in January were actually proper signings. But then my only problem is the manager. Like second half, the substitutions did not make sense.
And then he brings
We need to
on.
go win. You're busy
Yeah.
putting Gallagher,
Yeah.
putting the same players have been flopping for the last couple of months. And then you look at it and you're like, Mara, why? We've got Fofana, we've got a striker. We need to win the game. Why isn't he on?
Yeah.
It's like the team that we have. Like if we had to give Luis Enrique, I'm sure it would make top 4.
of course.
Mhm.
Enrique would probably win the league, bro. That guy is incredible.
If they had to
Luis
set him
Enrique is
low,
incredible.
they'd
This
probably
isn't
come
La
close.
Liga. This
Yeah?
isn't La Liga.
Hey, no, Luis
Western
Enrique is
can tell
incredible.
you now.
I know, but Luis Enrique is incredible. You give that guy time. Yes, he
I
give
don't
you
rate
guys.
Luis.
He give you guys
You know
Luis
what? You can
Enrique.
tell a lot.
Yes.
I
I
don't
don't
rate
rate
Luis.
Barcelona one-hit wonders.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I
No,
mean, so
Yeah.
I support Spain. Spain have been my national team, and I think he's trying to, and he did this as Barcelona as well. But obviously, you can get away with it at Barcelona. He's trying to take tiki taka and also make it counter attacking, and it's not working because the players want to drop deep, and then he says no, go, be quick. It's like two different things. I don't know why he's trying to do that, but maybe he
No,
just is not as smart
at
as
national
Pep.
level, at national level, it's hard to do that, bro. You only see these
But
guys
he
for
did
about
it at
2-3
Barcelona
weeks.
as well. I remember
Yeah,
Barcelona.
Barcelona was bro. At Barcelona, he was incredible. At Barcelona, he was incredible, bro.
It was not him that was incredible. It was
Exactly.
that front three, and then
Yeah.
Iniesta. Like,
If
dude,
I
I can.
sent you,
No,
if you into the Barcelona team,
but guys,
Nah,
but guys.
sometimes
So
these
what do you
guys-
wanna say? So what do you wanna say? Zidane wasn't incredible. Zidane wasn't incredible. It was just his front three.
no, Zidane was incredible because he did it back to back. He did it consistently.
Yeah. You don't win
Enrique
3
didn't-
Champions Leagues in a row,
Enrique
bruh.
didn't do
3.
it consistently.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Zidane left and came
So
back one shy of
He did it again.
Yeah. And he won the
I'm
league.
showing you that I'm not a fluke.
Yeah.
but guys, Luis Enrique is good, gents.
What
Luis
has
Enrique
he
is
done?
good. I mean,
I'll give you
What has he
better
done?
than
What has he
myself.
done since Barca?
oh, he was in the national team, bro.
Okay, what did
And
they
he
do?
tried to revitalize that national team.
And did
Yeah.
he succeed?
That
Considering-
national team is gone, bro. That Spanish national team that people used to think was there
Yeah.
and was going to dominate world football was gone. He had to rebuild that team, and it's a
again,
project that takes time.
And
Yeah?
they did
while
what
trying
at the
to
World
rebuild
Cup?
that team, he did get rid of some older players, which is good. We wanted him to get rid of older players, but then he took Busquets
Yeah,
Busquets, man.
yeah.
and left
Yeah.
Rodri at home.
Yeah.
Like,
And
surely
then you guys know how I feel about Busquets. You know how I feel about Busquets, and I'm not. I definitely at this point I'm not a big fan of what Busquets is about in football. Even for the fact that they make Freddie bench, or Frankie bench for him at Barcelona. It's already a big problem for me because I mean he's already twice the player Busquets is right now. So some of those things, which again, Sheba, are the reason why he's out of a job now, because he made some weird decisions at national team level. When if you were to take Busquets, then you have to take Ramos. It doesn't make sense why you take one.
And
and
Yeah,
not
the
the
thing
other.
is, every coach makes mistakes, but he's better than Potter. At the end of the day,
No.
somebody that
Yeah.
Like, you
Nah,
like
like,
to make it
let's
bad.
be honest, dude. Like, if you look at when Tuchel came in, the time when they sank Lampard, there was an improvement in that team. The mentality.
If they won the Champions League, they
Yeah.
won with the
Yeah.
exact same
No,
squad.
it's the mentality.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's been here for almost since October, dude.
And the Champions League is awesome, but beating City 3 times, bro, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Exactly. The thing is, there was a shift in mentality. Like players believed in themselves. Nowadays, like, how come every player is performing below par under Potter, too? Except like one or two.
Kepa's been doing
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, Kepa is one of them, but it's like, okay, Thiago Silva is always going to be Thiago Silva. That Barashile guy is actually quite good. Other than that, like the guys that were there previously, like everyone has had a dip in performance.
Abumayeng is not in your Champions League squad.
That is so sad, bro. What you
They
guys
had to
do?
put João Felix, Joe.
No, fair enough.
Yeah,
My-
João carries the team.
do you know that
Yeah.
if there's one thing you can get out of Abumayeng, one thing, it's goals.
It's goals, bro. He'll score goals for you guys. But the thing
One
is that
thing.
they don't create for the striker though. He needs a supply. Aubameyang. He's not a person who can pull a Rashford, like, beat guys and then shoot. He's more of a finish. When I'm in the
Yeah.
box, get it.
But you
Top
know he
point.
can give you that odd goal to win a West Ham game when you need it.
Yeah.
But now who's
And
gonna
that's-
pass him? Where's Mike? You remember I told you about this Ziyech of yours? Just because he made one cross with that header, now every single game, every single chance is cutting back on the left hand side, trying to cross it into the back post. Every single game he's doing that.
Look, man, I
Who's
think
going to pass Aubameyang? Who's going to pass any striker if you sign him? Gallagher?
dude, we've got players. Dude.
Mount.
We've got, no. Our Mount Gallagher should remain on the bench.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you watch the game properly, like first half, we were creating chances. We looked silky with Mudrich, João Felix, and Modieke out wide. Havertz also played pretty decent. You know what I mean? There were chances. The only problem is at Chelsea, there's certain English players that should not be there. They're not
Yeah.
good enough. Like there was a chance, I think, even when Mount passed a couple of players, that all he needed to do was square that box, pass the ball to Ziyech, who was open. This guy squares it back to the D line, dude. Like, it's just the problem is with Potter, he keeps on playing the exact same old clowns that should not even be getting a chance. Dude. Like, Mount, we know him. Let Liverpool come take him. Sikatele.
No, we good. We good. Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh, Shiva.
Gallagher,
Shiva, I was just saying, I don't know.
you know, 'cause
Nah,
like,
that midfielder from Chiefs I'll take, but Mount maybe not.
Oh.
Trust me, there's no.
he's a Liverpool type of player.
None of that.
Mount is a
But he is a Liverpool type midfielder, though, Shiva. He plays heavy metal football, bro.
Yeah.
But he's not a.
Who, Gallagher? Yeah.
Mount as well. Mount has got an injury.
No, Gallagher plays rock and roll football. That's what he was doing at Palace.
Well, Gallagher, I'd like. Okay, I wouldn't say like. I'd take.
Wow. Are we dropping the
Considering our
standards to
situation. Maybe
Gallagher
not
now?
Mount.
Is that bad?
Guys,
Things are bad, right?
Is,
Things are bad.
is Gallagher a bad player or is he a bad player for Chelsea? Because another Gallagher I saw at Palace was phenomenal.
Nah,
I think he doesn't have the
Yeah, Baba.
Nah.
Eze, Baba. Ramazu Eze.
Eze.
Eze gave the ball. He gave him the ball, bro. Literally gave. Yeah, he was finishing. He was really good.
But Gallagher got his sense of shine from Palace. That's how he got his call-ups to the national team. That's how Chelsea started wanting him back because of what he was doing at Palace. And again, it goes back to you've got to look at the club, right? Your profile has got to suit the club, right? He's not good enough for a Chelsea, and it's okay. He's good enough for a Crystal Palace, where the expectation now is here.
Mhm.
I don't think he has a.
Remember, he's not a bad footballer, and that's what we've got to remember. He's not a terrible footballer. The expectation at Chelsea is to take what you did at Crystal Palace and put it here. And Gallagher can't get here. So Gallagher will forever remain here, which is good enough for Crystal Palace, with all due respect to them.
Damn.
Yeah, but Potter's confusing me as well because he never used players like Gallagher
Yeah,
and like Mount at Brighton.
he didn't, bro. And you are
Yeah.
right.
Like,
He
Yeah.
didn't.
I mean, Pascal Gross is different compared to Mountain, and he's very technical, Pascal Gross.
Yeah, technical, bro.
The likes of Solly. Yeah. So I don't know. He's just not a good fit. He is going to run out of time, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's just
and
a
then
matter of time.
Nah, Chief, it's time for Potter to leave.
already,
The guy
guys,
just-
like
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
already.
I'm a Chelsea
time.
fan.
If they serious about saving the season, it's time.
Forget
Yes.
the season. This season's over.
Yeah,
I think the rest of the
We get
season
the
you've
right.
got to
We
use.
get the. We could. I think we could go far in the Champions League. Get the right coaching.
Nah,
Who's
bro.
the right
Who
coach?
you knocking out? Who you knocking out there?
Pochettino. When I get Pochettino.
Dude, I think I'll rate our chances against Madrid. Last year we took them far. If we
You
had
rate
to,
your chances against Madrid.
dude, we dominated them at the Bernabeu last year, dude. What you talking about?
Everton.
All we need
Everton.
to
Who was?
our players.
Wait. Who was the coach?
It was Tuchel.
Okay. Before we argue, okay.
No,
Yeah,
no,
my
no.
friend, Benzema dominated everyone, bro.
I
Oh,
He was
Benzema,
not
man.
dominating Real
If we
Madrid.
get the right
Don't
Benzema
lie.
they shall the midfield here in your mount.
Yeah.
Yo, cover
No.
Minga. Cover
Nah,
that
dude,
guy.
if we get the right coach in, I think we could like even PSG though. Right coach in.
Ah, bro.
But who's the right coach?
Huh? Me, I prefer Luis Enrique right now, dude. Or even
You'll
that
take
guy.
Enrique.
Hans Flick.
Look, he's an upgrade on Potter. I'll give you that. I don't think
Even
he'll win the
that guy,
Champions
I think
League.
Hans Flick from no, I think they axed him at Germany.
Oh,
I'll
Germany.
take him.
German
I'll
guy.
take him in. Like, dude, Potter. There's too much nepotism that's going in there. Certain players that should not be playing continue to play no matter what. I mean, even the stuff he says, dude. Like, no, Mount needs to get a run of games to pick up form. And it's like, what are you saying, dude?
Don't be surprised if you get an American coach. Don't be surprised if you get an American coach.
That
March.
Leeds guy. What's his
Yeah.
name? Jesse
man,
March.
from Leeds.
Yeah, bro.
Nah, he just got sacked, isn't it?
Don't be surprised.
Yeah, but it's a very
Yeah.
Nah, dude, they wouldn't
We're
do
falling into place, Mike.
that. No, they wouldn't do that, Joe. But I think we're in a better position than Liverpool. So
Yeah, by like what, 2 points?
Hey.
Also, we're playing tonight, so that might change.
huh?
But also, when we're playing,
All we just need is a better coach, dude. You guys' team, it's
No.
We basically we need to do what you guys
Liverpool
did.
made the biggest error of their lives and they regret it.
And that was? Are you going to say
Salah.
Mane?
Sadio Mane.
So
Of course.
I think that was a error. I don't think it's the only reason. It's just everybody's favorite reason.
That was a fundamental contributor to your form. Mane had the biggest attitude. He had his chin up and his mentality was right. He had the right mentality, Chief.
I think they're also missing
They didn't
Luis
even
Diaz.
clap
though.
for him when he won the AFCON, Chief. They gave him a tap on the back. Ah, come on.
Yeah, but I think they're also missing Luis Diaz.
Everyone who I've spoken to about Mane forgets the first half of last season, right? The first half of last season, he was not that player. His head dropped, and he had, like, people were joking that he was one of those players that lied about their age because he looked absolutely shot. But after AFCON, he was comfortably our best player last year.
No,
right?
didn't he? Wasn't he coming back from an injury at the beginning of last season?
Look, he had his problems. There was an injury. He was out of form, but he wasn't the head up attitude guy. He was a bit of a squealer.
Shiva,
that type of guy that
Liverpool?
we're just not sure about.
Did Mane carry Liverpool?
No.
This is Shiva, bro. A guy scores goals, wins with matches, does all of these things, asks for a pay raise, and he's a squealer. He just asks for more money.
No.
All of a sudden he's a squealer.
It's not the pay raise that I'm talking about, right? It's not the pay raise.
That's why I don't support Liverpool.
If I'm talking about on the pitch, because off the pitch, he deserved the pay raise 100%. He should be getting exactly what Salah is getting. I always thought the two of them
more
were.
than Salah.
It was
more
never
than
one
Salah.
was better than the other, right?
More than Salah. He's better.
See, it also depends. I'm not saying he's not better. I get the argument. He is better. But
Would you rather have Mane or Salah today?
today, I'd rather have Mane. Like, that's
yesterday.
just because
Yesterday.
you are right. In a team that's not doing well, I'd rather have Mane putting in the effort than
Yes.
Salah. I don't know what Salah's
Dropping
doing,
his
but
head.
Yeah.
right? But when a team is flying, I'd rather have Salah putting teams to the sword. So it works both ways. It works both ways. The second half of last season, just for that performance. Oh, sorry.
Who's calling?
Salah.
Yeah, it was Salah because I'm telling you that Mane
Yeah,
should get
because
the
you said you prefer money, yeah.
The second half of last season, though, I think he should have got whatever Salah got just on that performance. End of story. Right? But him leaving is not the only reason. It's one of the reasons. It's probably top 5 of the reasons. But number one reason is our lack of recruitment over the last 18 months or so.
And as
That
well,
is the real reason.
especially in the midfield area, I think that's where you guys are.
The last midfielder we signed was Thiago, who was 29 and injury prone.
Yeah, it's because he wasn't equipped to play rock and roll music. That's why when you guys, rock and roll football, when you guys sign that guy, you guys just press. I feel like you guys don't press at that.
No,
level
we're not pressing at all. Like, I think we're 14th or something.
Yeah,
in
and you
the,
guys used to be
in
first.
the intensity stats, and we were normally number 1. Even with
Totally.
Thiago in the team, we were number 1, and now we're number 14. It's not just Thiago.
Yeah,
It's not just Thiago. The last prime midfielder we actually signed was Fabinho, I think.
Yeah,
Trying to remember.
And what happened to him?
Did we sign anyone other than Thiago?
Hey, because even Fabinho, bro. Fabinho looks very, very.
Dude,
Wait, you signed the guy from Leipzig. You signed Keita.
No, he was okay. So he was signed before Fabinho, but I think he only joined afterwards. But there's another guy who, when he plays, is a decent player, but he just never plays.
Yeah, and as well, injuries. Aren't injuries also another thing that Keita experiences?
That's why he never plays.
Yeah,
because he's injured all the time.
Yeah. Hey man, but
Fabinho, I don't know. I've never seen this happen so quickly. He went from being arguably the best defensive midfielder in the world to now I'm like, guy, I'd rather put me there. I'm happy. I can do what you're doing.
Yeah.
I can also get turned by my man. Like, come on.
Yeah. But another thing is, Shiva, you guys play Everton tonight, right? Are you guys at Goodison or are you at Anfield?
I don't even know.
Damn.
That is how disillusioned I am.
Anfield.
They're at Anfield. Are you confident because you guys have to beat them?
No,
I'm not confident. It's the most weakest Merseyside derby I've heard of in a very long time.
Yeah, I know. Neither team can buy a win at the moment. But the reason why I'm not confident is that Wolves' performance. I saw heads drop. I saw people stop
Everton
trying
to
in
win.
that game. Say again?
I want Everton to win.
Of course, bro.
Of course you want Everton to win.
Everyone here wants Everton to win.
Everton beat Arsenal. Everton beat Arsenal, bro.
Because of Liverpool, not because of Liverpool being Liverpool, but because I don't want Everton relegated, and I want them far from that zone. Personally, it's one of those teams that I don't want to go down.
And they've never gone down. Eh?
Yeah, they've got a piece of South African in there as well. You must remember that. So, they gave Steven Pienaar his platform and they let him shine. And for me, ever since then, it's just a part of me. So, besides me being a United fan, I just don't want Everton to go down at all costs. Frank Lampard killed that team.
Yeah. I did. He really did, bro.
Lampard, don't ever hire that guy again. He must stay in Championship. He must I would rather have Vince.
Mike. Did he freeze?
Don't go bad about Lampard in front of Mike.
And he's smiling in the dark.
Can someone get his picture?
How do you take a screenshot of this thing? He's smiling in the dark.
Okay.
I got it.
You got it. You were sharing with the meeting. But let me take him out, gents. Let me take him out. But
So,
okay,
yeah,
Shema.
guys.
Yeah. So you're not confident. So okay. Let's say you guys don't get a result this week. Next week you guys go to St. James's Park. Do you think you guys might get given 4 or 5?
Let me answer that question.
That
Right.
one. Yeah.
During this week, I got a message from a certain mutual friend of ours, that he was going to be in South Africa and he wanted to see me, like not this week, but like the following week. And I'm like, but that's so specific. Like, what's going on? Why then? And then I looked at the fixture list and I saw that, oh, we're playing Newcastle.
Yeah.
So there is a mutual friend who's very confident that we're going to get 3 or 4. I think we could keep it to 2 at least. Like, I don't think we're that bad.
Yes,
Liverpool
because,
is terrible,
bro,
man. This season, Liverpool.
because you guys are looking like that. It's looking like, Newcastle are gonna be like, yeah, we need to do something radical. Like,
But also, our
Yeah.
injury list is probably better than their first team. So, it's
but
one of
the
those
thing-
things.
The thing is that these guys play as one. That's the thing I don't like. They're like Brentford. Brentford are also a tough one, man, to beat because they play as one. I mean, even against Arsenal yesterday, guys. I just wanted to ask you guys: do you guys think Tony's goal was offside? Because a lot of
I
people were
didn't see it.
complaining
I
about it.
didn't check. I didn't watch.
Yeah.
Also,
Was it
I
offside?
heard though that PGMOL came out and said that they made a mistake and it was a technical issue and all of that stuff. So I'm assuming it wasn't offside because they were apologizing to Brentford and I think Brighton.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it wasn't, but
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Yeah, because it was quite, for me, I'm not too sure. The thing is that I'm not too sure. I'm very indecisive, as to what to think with this one. Maybe it's because I don't understand the rule extensively, but that's why I'm very quiet on this one. You, Cheese, did you see the offside goal?
Yeah, I saw it. But I mean, it's a goal. A goal is a goal. Unfortunately, some goals are going to be a bit controversial. But Arsenal have had all the luck they've got this season.
Yeah,
So
luck.
at some point, it's going to run out.
Luck.
And I saw yesterday your team, bros, Cheese. Hey, when last? Were you guys game set match first half? Like you're like done. We done here. Yeah, we just controlling.
Yeah, but there's still a lot of politics there. You saw he took off Diaz in the first half. At halftime because of that yellow card he picked up for to send to the ref. And that's how he punishes these guys. Like if you don't listen to him and you do weird stuff, takes you off at halftime.
Yeah, I'm worried Pep was
So
losing the change room.
I think it was a good performance.
Sorry.
do you think he's losing the change room?
Slightly. I think they're a bit negative.
I don't know. So I thought something was happening with Cancelo, right? Because Cancelo just upped and left. But he did come out and say that the reason wasn't Pep. So I thought maybe the reason was the players knew what was going to happen with those charges and stuff like that.
So here's what Pep has done, right? What I feel. A lot of the guys that came out of the World Cup, right? I think most of them were very fatigued. So Pep tried to save their legs, right? So leading up to this Champions League and this busy fixture schedule, Champions League, FA Cup, all all of these things are coming up in this busy period. See now, you have guys starting to play and are being reintroduced into the team slowly. Like first it was Kyle Walker, then Laporte. Now Diaz is back into the side as well. We're trying new things with Bernardo, trying to get Bernardo some more game time so he can play, even if it was an awkward position, but he played really well yesterday. So he's trying to reintroduce guys slowly. And I think it's gonna come in handy, especially in this last year we come from a World Cup and everything is just so jam-packed since then. And I think it's been good because we haven't picked up many injuries during this period. All the guys now are coming back. We pretty much have an almost fully fit squad. I think the only person who has a problem, and maybe the problem is just because he's fat, is Phillips. So besides that, I think we have a very decent team currently.
I know.
He's what?
Yeah,
Nice.
is he, bro, guys? Like, was it according to
Too
Pep
heavy,
standards?
bro. It's too heavy, bro. I said the same thing about Rodri when he first came. I said Rodri still maybe 4 or 5 yards off the pace in his first season, and it's gonna take maybe another season for him to get back into tip-top shape. So Phillips, they need to whip him back. They can see he's a yellow bone because as soon as he starts to pick up some rhythm, he goes back and he picks up an injury. So it's taking him longer to get himself into shape.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say it again. We are going to need Phillips. We are going to need a fit Phillips. So in games of Champions League, because we have a striker now, we need to play 2 holding midfielders and let Kevin have a free role right here.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are wasting Phillips though.
Are they not? Like we always charge a Chelsea player from the second season. I mean, sorry,
Yeah.
City player.
City.
Rather.
No, I agree, but Chief,
It's not us who's giving him fish and chips, Murise. It's not us, bro.
but it's a bit heavy there where he's fighting. So I don't see him playing consistency for City for a while.
Yeah.
Some of these players make weird decisions, man. But yeah, let's see.
Yeah, no, indeed. Cheese, you guys
I'm
play
upset.
Arsenal.
Yeah, I'm upset he didn't come to United. Sorry.
Oh, you wanted Calvin Phillips at United.
Yeah, and I said it.
Thank goodness there's Ten Hag, at the helm. Yeah, but anyway.
You bought this Bayern guy who's giving us nothing at the moment.
Well, he's gonna be fire. Watch.
He's played like what, 70 minutes? Like, just slow down.
Exactly. Come on. Like he's United fan, Shabab, man. Like they think we've made it, bruh. And we have it, guys. United fans, relax.
We used to Casemiro.
Not, guys. Like, I feel like we're getting way too ahead of ourselves. Like, relax. One game at a time. Like, we just a few injuries away from being shit. You guys saw against Leeds, bro. This is one player that's on. Imagine now we lose Alessandro Martinez to injury. Or even
back to Maguire.
You see, you saw Maguire in that game.
Yep. Almost got an own goal.
Pop.
Yo, Maguire's bad, guys. Like
Maguire's terrible, guys.
That's what I'm saying.
Maguire.
Yeah.
Harry Squares is better than Maguire.
Yeah. But yeah, Cheese, I guess Arsenal, bro. Are you feeling confident that you guys will get?
Yeah, the legs are starting to show in that Arsenal team.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys are starting to look very heavy, and that's going to cost them against us. It's going to be a very good game.
Yeah.
As usual, Arsenal City games are usually very, very fast paced, but yeah, I have a big problem. Arsenal's looking very leggy.
I hope you guys pump them. Good and proper.
Yeah, we need to pump them.
People that I didn't even know watched football to be Arsenal fans this year. Just to come and talk to.
Just to talk, dude. People are just coming out of the woods now. Even United fans, some United fans. I used to support it back in the day.
Yeah, no, but that's the whole thing with United fans. Like, we're used to that with United fans. I'm not used to Arsenal fans behaving like that now.
Yeah.
So I hope they get pumped and they all sit back down and remember what it's like playing in Europa League, even though they probably will make Champions League this year.
Not
Yeah.
probably. They will make Champions
They will
League.
make.
They'll make Champions
Yeah.
League. You know?
Hey,
You see,
only Liverpool and Chelsea are certainly not.
Dude, I hope we don't even make, like, I don't want Europa League. I don't even want that Tottenham trophy, that Tottenham what's that league called?
what is
Audi
the
Cup.
Conference League. I don't want that either.
Conference.
I just want, none of it. Then next year also we must get knocked out of the League Cup early. We must just focus on getting back to top 4 next year, and then see where we are after that.
Are you guys building for the next 30 years again? Before you see it?
Let's hope not,
there's
guys.
some decisions that could happen, and then it might not be 30 years. It might only be 24 years. There's certain decisions that could happen that may or may not go our way and the rest of the league's way. But no, I don't think it'll be 30 years before we win our next trophy. I think we do have the right manager. We need to sort out our backroom staff, and then we need to sort out our playing staff. Actually, first we need to get rid of our owners. Once they're gone, then we need to sort out our backroom staff.
You guys are like us now.
Yeah, I know us, bro, man. It's only a matter of time, Mudisa, bro.
We waiting for that Qatar money, man.
Man, I'll be playing Arab money
You
by
guys
Pastor
want the oil
Branch,
money, though.
man. Like that would be my favorite jam for a while.
We will buy everybody.
Me, besides us buying, Mudisa, we now gonna have structure in the club.
Yeah.
That's
Etihad.
you guys. But
let that be a warning to every other oil club. What's happening to these guys? Let that be a warning.
Relax, we unite.
They're gonna come out of that, man. You cannot do what they want to do, deduct all those points for all those years, whatnot. It's not the same, man. They must just move on.
Did you hear what Pep Guardiola said?
What did he say?
He said, "Is it Man City's problem because Gerrard slipped?"
Yeah, that's another reason why I want you
was Man City's fault for Gerrard slippery. That's what he said because his English not great. Is it Man City's fault for Gerrard slippery?
No,
I didn't want to say that. He said, "I'll send the video to X." Hey, these guys.
Yeah, that's what he said. That is what he said. But look, credit to him. He's I think he did come out and say that if these allegations are true, then he will leave City and he won't be their friend anymore. But then after that, he also said that he firmly believes that they're false and that City are innocent. So let's see. Let's see.
Man.
Personally, there's 3 league titles there that I got my eye on, but let's see.
Imagine that.
Imagine Oli winning the league, bruh.
Oli,
I will set my hands because it shows you that Ole came second.
And Mourinho.
And Mourinho.
Hey, that would be crazy.
Jose, who said finishing second with that team was the greatest accomplishment of his career, and we all laughed at him.
Yeah.
And now we're like, right.
And he can update his CV and say he won the Premier League.
Yeah. It's gonna be
4 times, right?
Yeah, 4 time Premier League winner. If he walking around. But yeah, Siobhan, closing, bro. Are you guys winning tonight? Score?
No.
Prediction?
No. I think I think both teams are just so bad, to be honest. Everton will get a bit of a new manager bounce.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's worn off by now. But I think both teams are just so bad that it's going to be like a 0-0 or a 1-1.
Yeah. All right, Maurice, your prediction?
I'm going with Everton.
Everton at Anfield.
I'm going with Everton.
Damn. And then you, Cheese, it's a mid-table clash.
1-1.
It's not a mid-table clash. Come on. Everton are in the relegation zone.
Table team versus a team that's trying to escape relegation.
Yeah, you guys aren't far from each other, so you're actually closer to them than you are to us.
Yes, I know. Hey, thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's likely to be a draw.
Yeah, I say draw. I say it's gonna be a draw. It's gonna be a boring
game. To be a draw. So
look, After the Wolves defeat, I know Klopp did give the players 2 days off, so maybe that will help, right? Maybe they are just tired and they just needed that 2 days off. I don't think that's the case because they had days off when the Queen died, and they had days off during the World Cup as well. So I don't think that's the case, but maybe they got the 2 days off and they came back, and then Klopp threw the shoe at them and the hair dryer and all of this stuff, and maybe we'll get a reaction because we were not getting any type of reaction in that Wolves game. And
trust me, James Milner needs more than 2 days, my brother.
Is he starting tonight?
So earlier on, when you guys were talking about Chelsea and bringing on Gallagher when you needed a win, and I'm just there like when we needed a win against Wolves, we brought on James Milner. But I knew the reason. I knew why we brought on James Milner. And the answer was we didn't have anybody else. Anybody else that we could bring on is in the injury room. So I don't know. Let's just
who's injured?
I can tell you who's not injured. James Milner is not injured.
You speak about your injury list. You speak about your injury list. That's wrong.
Our injury list is Van Dijk.
Yeah, so he's been average. Okay.
Fabinho. Thiago.
Thiago
I think
played.
Elliott's also injured. Firmino's also injured. Diaz is also injured. Jota's already injured.
That's 8 players.
And Firmino.
Diaz and what's that Portuguese guy's name?
Jota.
I think are the only two that you guys miss. The rest, Elliott played. Thiago played.
No, look, we
Fabinho's average. Van Dijk is a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, Mugi bro.
Pigami.
Nah, dog, he's not a one-season wonder, bro.
Chief. Has Van Dijk been the same since he recovered from that injury?
No, of course not, bro.
Yeah, he hasn't been the same, but he's still been performing at a world-class level.
We've got to be real, right? If you're performing here, and now you perform here, are you the same person?
But it's not a huge drop.
You're not the same person, but you're still there. The other are back in the league.
Van Dijk would play for United, bro.
Who would he bench?
He's right-footed. He's right-footed, so it'll be.
Who would you like him to bench?
He most probably bench thingy Varane.
Nice.
The thing is, though, he plays on the left side, so he can ping that pass. Yeah. So he would actually bench top 6.
Yeah. Oh,
he bench Big Six.
I know, bro. Not guys. Big Six is the best defender in the world. That's below 6 foot.
I mean, I think he's been probably the best defender in the league this season.
And you
but yeah, Van Dijk has an average season.
Yeah, that cheese. Best defender in the league, my brother.
Goals conceded would argue with that.
Goals conceded.
Who's better than him? Nathan Ake.
Sven Potman.
That's a good shout.
I mean, I'm all about the numbers. If you want to go with the numbers, you'll be surprised.
Yeah,
that guy's been a beast.
Don't be that guy. It's not all about the numbers. It's about the eye test and.
Yeah, no, agreed. But Sven Potman's incredible, guys.
Yeah,
he's really good. He's a very physical defender. You can see that he's going places.
Yeah, I know, James. I think we hit the time. Actually, we've exceeded by 8 minutes. But yeah, thank you so much for availing yourselves once again, Jeds. All the best for tonight's game, Shiva.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll be watching.
We'll be paying attention, guys.
I will.
Please like
our birthday tickets for Everton to win.
Yeah. This is Easy Sport, guys. We out. Peace out.
All right.
Cheers, guys.